In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to get started and create a website for yourself. So if you go up to the class URL mphsroom202.weebly.com, this will take you to the home page that you see right here. Click on the Getting Started tab. When you do that, if you scroll down, you'll find 3 steps on how to get started into the class itself. Do note that I do recommend Google Chrome. It allows us for easier navigation, collaboration, automatic saves, and URL recognition. A lot of us are familiar with Explorer, but I prefer Chrome for a lot of the things that we're going to use. So get yourself set up with a Google account. Many of you already may have a Gmail account. If you have a Gmail account, you have a Google account. If you click on that and you do not have an account, you can create one. Now, you can have a Gmail account like you see here, or you can use your current email address, and so you don't have to change your email address. I suggest getting one that is different that you can keep for school, but that choice is up to you. Once you have that account, go to step 2. We're going to be using Weebly for our portfolio in class, and some of you may already have a portfolio, use portfolios anyway in other classes, and may use Weebly as well. So don't create a new site every single time, but just worry about having something for each individual class, and you can create tabs that way. So click on this to sign in for a Weebly account. Now I've already signed in, so let me log out and go back to Weebly so you can see what it looks like. Okay, we're in Weebly for Education. You can get started here. Username, password, email if you've never created one before, and go into it. If you already have a Weebly account, log in, and you do that by you putting your username. I'll put in mine and password, and then you log in. To get you set up, you can see I have a number of different accounts already. I'm going to create a new site just to show you what it might be like if you had a new site. Yours, when you get started, would not look exactly like this. We are going to be focusing on it as a site, so you can choose a theme. There are a whole bunch of different kinds of themes for you to choose from. Take some time to go look through these. These are all default ideas. You can change yours, and I'm going to encourage you to change it so that you can keep it for yourself. Just to save a little time, I'm going to choose the very first one that we see. So it loads up. Create a subdomain of Weebly.com. We're not going to create any other type of thing. This will be just fine. I typically like to use first initial of my first name, last name. Putting MPHS on the end of it is useful as well. That way you know where you belong. And you know it's for school. If you need to put a 1 in there or a 2 or a number in there, or you have something in mind for yourself already, go ahead and do that. Just keep it school appropriate. Continue, and then you'll see something that looks like this. Here, I'm going to ask you to create some pages, but before I do that, I'm going to ask you to minimize your screen and bring up a new screen. I already have mine set up. It's mphsexample.weebly.com. Here you can find the class that you're going to be looking for, the one that you've created, and we're going to set up the different units that we have for the class itself. If you scroll below, this will be our first assignment here. User reader, user writer. You can kind of see what it looks like, but we'll be talking about that in just a little bit. And let's imagine that we are in ELA 12A. So you're going to create a tab that says ELA 12A. You're going to create a tab that says Unit 1, The Power of Story. Unit 2, Shared Leadership, with a blog as well. And then if you look along these more sections, these are other things that we're going to be doing as a class. Books read, creative writing, and your reflective learning blog. So you'll need a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different pages. And in those pages, we'll title them as you can see. So let's go to pages. Over here, we're going to add a page. We're going to have a home page. That's fine. The About page we don't need to have, but let's add a page. We'll do a standard page. Let's call it ELA 12A, just like we see over here. And then we'll save and edit that page. So you can see we have ELA 12A. We'll go back into pages. The About page, let's get rid of these. We'll delete that page, because we're going to create an About page on our home page, so we don't need to do that right now. Or we could do the us as a reader and writer within 12A, and that works just fine too. We're going to add another page here though. It'll be a standard page, and we're going to title it Unit 1, The Power of Story. Save and edit it, and we have it there. Now notice that when we put it, the tab stays within the tab itself. You're going to move it over, that way it'll drop down just like the menu we see there. We'll create another page, standard page, Unit 2, Shared Leadership. Save and edit the page. Notice, like I said before, that tab will show up there. It doesn't show for the Unit 1 because I moved it, so we can see it down there. But we're going to move it so it's dropped down. That way it saves us some space, and it also looks more appealing. So just drag the little 3 bars and move it where you want it. Next, we're going to create a Shared Leadership blog. So in order to do that, we're going to add a page, but you're going to add a blog page. Blog is already there, so let's call this a Shared Leadership blog. Just like that. We'll save and edit it. Now in this case it's here, but we want to put it under the Shared Leadership category. So we'll go back to Pages and move this under the Unit 2 Shared Leadership blog itself. Next we want to add creative writing and a reflective learning blog. So we'll add standard page and we'll call it creative writing. Save and edit it. Let's put it under the ELA 12A. That'll be just fine. We'll save and edit that. Good. Now we have it under there, and we're going to add one more page, and we're going to call it the Reflective Learning blog. Oops. Remember to add the blog. Very good. Save and edit it. Go back to Pages and put this under there. That way we have all of our things together. This will help us for our class. We get ourselves set up here. I'm going to ask you to add more things as we go, but for now this should be just fine. Save and edit the page. And there we have it for our little tutorial about setting up our Weebly. There is more in store for this, but for now we'll start right here, and this will be a good spot for us to begin.